Welcome to Dateline Polk with news about your county government. I'm your host, Gina Freeman. Today we'll learn about County Commission actions from the May 19th board meeting. The board approved an amendment to the Community Investment Program and budget transfers to provide funding for a temporary fire station to be located at the South County Jail near Frostproof. The county currently operates the Sunray Fire Station in temporary quarters that are insufficient for long-term operations. The new quarters will provide adequate quarters for firefighters and paramedics until a more permanent station can be built. Total cost for the new fire station will be $178,000, funded from the EMS Impact Fee Fund and Fire Rescue Fund.
Today I was in front of the board to get approval to place a modular unit at the South County Jail for a temporary fire station. The need, I guess, has come up in Frostproof recently, and this is a way to take care of it until we can afford to build a permanent station.
Amendment 1 to the interlocal agreement between Polk County and several municipalities was approved by the board. In order for the board to consider reimposing the 6-cent local option gas tax beyond August 31st, 2017, the interlocal agreement needs to be amended to cover the division and distribution of the gas tax imposed after that date for 30 years until August 31st, 2047. Communities included in the agreement are the cities of Polk City, Auburndale, Eagle Lake, Fort Meade, Frostproof, Haines City, Lake Alfred, Lake Wales, Lakeland, Mulberry, and Winter Haven, and the towns of Dundee and Lake Hamilton. The board approved a right-of-way agreement with Edward H. Bullock to purchase a parcel in the Willowbrook neighborhood in Winter Haven. The purchase will allow the county to take ownership of the property for drainage infrastructure for Willowbrook Circle, Chambliss Road, and Cypress Gardens Road.
Today's action was that the board considered an agreement to purchase a 1.3-acre tract of land at the corner of Cypress Gardens Road, Chambliss, and Willowbrook Circle. Basically, the purchase was for the 1.3-acre tract to allow the county to continue to use the property for roadway drainage, which has been historically the use of the property. Recently, a property owner purchased the property, was permitting a single-family residence, and was under construction when the county realized that they did not have an easement necessarily to allow for the continued operation of the drainage facility.
The board also approved an agreement with Boring Business Systems for managed print services for county offices. 2 years ago, County Information Technology staff began a project which was endorsed by the Efficiency Commission that would reduce the number of desktop printers and copiers throughout the county. The long-term goal is to achieve cost savings in both purchase or lease and operational costs. In other news, Dr. Yuli Cho, Director of the Florida Department of Health in Polk County, made a presentation to the board regarding the county's health rankings and its state of health.
Today I presented on the state of health in Polk County, and what I utilize is the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation County Health Rankings and Roadmaps. And what it does is that it ranks all of Florida's 67 counties using various health measures and statistics. Now, how did Polk County do? Well, for health outcomes, one component of that ranking, we ranked 29 out of 67 counties. And for health factors, looking at clinical care, environmental health, socioeconomic factors, and behaviors, we ranked 36 out of 67 counties. We're making some progress and trending in the right direction, but we still have more to go.
The board proclaimed May 16th through the 22nd as Safe Boating Week, with members of the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary accepting the proclamation. The board proclaimed May 22nd through the 24th as Pughesville Community Weekend. Russell Burney accepted the proclamation with members of the Pughesville Neighborhood Association, in turn thanking commissioners for the recognition. The board also proclaimed May 2015 as the 50th anniversary of Central Florida SCORE. SCORE is an organization of retired executives that provide mentoring and business education programs to residents who wish to start or grow their business.
The Central Florida SCORE, located in Polk County, is celebrating its 50th year as a chapter. And we were recognized by the county commissioners today for doing that. We started 50 years ago and we're part of a national organization to support people who want to go into business or who are in business. And we give this mentoring free for all who need it.
The Board of County Commissioners is proud to employ more than 1,900 people, many who have spent most of their careers with Polk County government. In this meeting, the board recognized Dan Pila from the Utilities Division with 20 years of service. Those with 25 years of service include Carl Burgess Jr., a 911 addressing specialist, Elisa Cotton in the Office of Equity and Human Resources, and John P. Shivler Jr., landfill construction lead operator. 2 men were recognized for more than 35 years of service to Polk County. They include Steve Foskey, roadway maintenance manager, and Ed Wolf, director of information technology. Joe Rodman Sr. was appointed by the board to the Community Relations Advisory Council for a 4-year term that will conclude May 18, 2019. And finally, the board approved a settlement proposal with Maria Tinjo for $85,000. Ms. Tinjo had been injured in an automobile crash with a sheriff's deputy in 2012. After the second hearing of an applicant-initiated request, the board voted to approve an amendment to the Land Development Code, Section 222. This will allow limited light manufacturing and agricultural processing, also known as a cottage industry, as an accessory use to bona fide agricultural land uses. It also allows for limited retail sales associated with products produced. In a transmittal hearing, the board approved sending an application to the state to consider an applicant-initiated request to change the land use in the Ridge Special Protection Area of the Green Swamp Area of Critical State Concern in the Ronald Reagan Parkway and North Ridge Selected Area Plans. The property is located on the south side of Waverly Barn Road, west of US Highway 27 and north of I-4. The Planning Commission previously approved this request with a 7-0 vote. In addition to this transmittal hearing, state law also requires an adoption hearing, which is scheduled for August 18th. The board also approved for transmittal CPA 14 CIE 01, initiated by Polk County staff for a text amendment to the Polk County Comprehensive Plan modifying the capital improvements element. An adoption hearing is scheduled for July 21st, 2015. And finally, the board heard a request for a code enforcement fine reduction for property at 3801 Dove Hollow Drive in Lakeland. The board approved reducing the fine to $1,600. On a 3-1 vote, Commissioner Bell was absent.
Hi, my name is Todd Vargo. I'm a senior planner with Polk County's Land Development Division. Here's a brief recap of the highlights from the May 6, 2015 Planning Commission meeting. Conditional Use 15-12 was a request for a small communication tower at the Davenport office of the Polk County Tax Collector to allow better communication between the annex and the main office. No commercial antennas will be placed on this tower. The Tax Collector's Annex is located at 2000 Deer Creek Commerce Boulevard. The Planning Commission voted 6-1 to approve the project. Conditional Use Modification CU 97-13M was a request to add a fire station to the South County Jail facility located at 1101 West US Highway 98, just west of Frostproof. This will lower the ISO rating for residents in the area, which means they should pay less in homeowners insurance. The Planning Commission voted 7-0 to approve this project. Finally, Comprehensive Plan Amendment CPA 15C-01 is a request to change the future land use district on 189 acres from Regional Activity Center to Business Park Center. Typical uses in Business Park Center include warehousing, wholesaling, and distribution facilities. The sites are located at the northwest corner of US Highway 27 and Interstate 4. The Planning Commission voted 7-0 to recommend approval. This case is scheduled to be heard by the Board of County Commissioners for a first reading at their May 19, 2015 meeting, with a final reading at the August 18, 2015 hearing. If you have any questions about these or any upcoming cases, please contact our planner on call at 863-534-6084.
To keep current with programs in progress in the county, visit us online at polk-county.net or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We encourage you to join us at the next scheduled board meeting at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, June 2nd. Beginning Monday, June 1st, PGTV will begin live coverage of the Florida Legislators' special session. Be watching as your Polk County delegation works with other lawmakers from around the state to make decisions that will affect the state's budget beginning July 1st. Thank you for watching this edition of Dateline Polk.